Yo, this is Eternal Plays, Pokemon Shining Pearl, and we have a new badge, people. Look at this. That's a shiny new badge. The Mayan badge is ours, but we still have 2 more badges to go. Before we get to go to the badges though, we were told to meet up with Barry at the Kennelly Library. Let's see what Barry has in mind. Now, we could also go some exploration right now because we have strength, which allows us to do some other places we haven't been before, but I'm going to skip those because it's just basically some items if we want to. And you can also get to a place now we can get Gibble, the Dragon and Ground dual type Pokemon, if you want them, but it's a bit low level, so nah. Let's just continue with the story. So once you go up here, you go to the 3rd floor to meet with Barry. Hey Titana, over here, this way! Hey, look. Okay, Gramps. I brought Titana, like I said. And now I'm out of here. Okay, I get it.
Everyone's finally here. Listen up. You may have forgotten already, but I study evolution of Pokemon. The more I study, the more mysteries appear and multiply. There are some Pokemon that evolve, and others that don't. What makes them different from each other? Do immature ones evolve into ones that are more mature? If so, what do we make of the legendary Pokemon that don't evolve? Are we to assume the legendary Pokemon of Sinnoh are complete as creatures? This is where you 3 come in. There is said to be a mysterious Pokemon in each of the 3 lakes of Sinnoh. If we can obtain data on them, it may shed some light on how the process of Pokemon evolution works. I need help from each one of you on this grand undertaking. Help me find these mysterious Pokemon.
What are you saying? I didn't get a Pokédex. And whom was it that bolted from the lab before I had a chance to give them one?
But that's water under the bridge. Seeing Pokemon with your own eyes is important for you to becoming a better trainer too.
You can count on me. You'll help me with my Pokédex too.
Citano, you'll go too, don't you? I would have made all of you go regardless. Now then, there are 3 lakes. Ferociously, there are 3 of you. You should split up and investigate the lakes individually. Dawn, you go to Lake Verity.
Will do.
Barry, I want you to investigate Lake Aquity. That will take you almost to Snow Point City. The road there is harsh. I need a tough trainer to go.
Yeah, of course, Gramps. You know how to call it. You can tell I'm the hotness.
And that leaves Etano with Lake Valor. The lake is between Veilstone and Pastoria, if memory serves. What was that? Has it stopped? Are all of you unharmed? Let's go outside, but be careful, I'm concerned about the city.
So apparently there was an earthquake, and we're wondering what the hell that was about.
Citano, hurry along, but beware of aftershocks.
So there was a certain like an earthquake, and we had no idea what just happened. I'm feeling wobbly. Even though the tremors ended, my knees still feel like jelly. Was that an earthquake? I didn't imagine it.
Well, it was shaking at least, but what just happened? Well, we need to find out, so we go all the way down to the bottom to find out exactly what happened. Or just... did something happen? Whoa! That tremor! That wasn't a natural occurrence.
Hey, old dude and kids! Something big just happened. They're saying there was a huge explosion at Lake Valor. Kaboom! Like that. Gramps, I'm going to the lake. I have a bad feeling about this.
That Barry can't sit still. Citano, I'm worried about Lake Valor. However, I have no idea what is taking place. You must find out. But before you go, I can't stress this enough. Don't get it over your head. We will try to join you as soon as we inspect Lake Verity.
You'll be okay, won't you, Citano?
Alright, so we were hoping to do some journey, then we want to explore some lakes apparently, but then boom! An earthquake happened. We think it's an incident, not a natural thing. So need to find out exactly what happened. So to get going, you simply take your Poketch, go to Fly, and you will select either Pastoria or Veilstone. By far the easiest place to go for, in my opinion, is from Veilstone. You just need to do some shopping, do that at the Veilstone City department store. Make sure to heal up your Pokemon though, because I don't think they were healed up after the battle we had. No, they have not. In case you're wondering, yes, we are going to go for the 7th gym eventually. And the 7th gym is up in Snowpoint City where Barry is going. And from the name of it, it sounds like there's a cold place, right? So maybe is it ice types? Yes. Ice is the next gym, which means fighting types and fire types are certainly the Pokemon to go. So for example, I will focus on Rapidash and Medicham. Again, they're good against steel, they're good against ice. Roserade is horrible there because grass is weak to ice. Empoleon is very strong though because steel is super effective against ice. Plus, Empoleon as a water steel type has a lot of resistances to ice. I think Empoleon might be actually the Pokemon I want to choose here, even though Fire is also resistant to ice as well. Staraptor is also a bad Pokemon because flying types are weak to ice. And for Luxray, that's basically a neutral thing, so it can work. We have a lot of Pokemon that are very effective against ice types, so they will be certainly well worth to be used. Now we go down here to Route 214. We've been here multiple times before. Oh, we have a trainer we haven't fought before. This area seems to be very mystified. That's the sense I get. To show you what I mean, I'll battle you with the Pokemon I found. This Pokemon trainer is going to be very easy, of course, because this is the trainer we skipped before. Which is not really good, because you don't really want to skip Pokemon in case you want to get to the post-game. Because the post-game only will have Pokemon that you have seen. The Pokemon you haven't seen, you need to go find them. Then you can go to the post-game area. So Krandos is a rock type only, which means normal and fire will not be effective, but we learned Smart Strike when we evolved to Rapidash. Let's use it. The best thing about Smart Strike though is that it is a perfect accuracy move. Just like Swift and like Aerial Ace, it even has more attack power. Then it has 70 attack compared to the other one has 60. Now it is a physical attack though, so Pokemon like Geodude and Onix and those, even though they are weak to steel, you can see they might survive. Now this one will survive anyways because it has 30. 30 causes Pokemon to survive a guaranteed 1 KO from 100 to 0. That's why Geodude survived. That's in general, we will also say that if you face Pokemon that has 30, you actually want to use a move which does not KO them completely. Like take them half the health maybe, and then use them more powerful, because that will prevent the Pokemon from getting any healing, and otherwise too. There's Bronzor, ones we've seen before. This is a Steel and Psychic dual type. It also has Levitate, which means it's immune to ground. Unless it's Iron Ball, of course. So its only weakness is fire types. I can't win with Pokemon I'm not familiar with.
Might be weak to dark too, but I don't think dark is effective against steel. I think it's weak or well resistant. Another one we have skipped. I've been traveling around the world chasing stories on mysteries. It's made me pretty tough. Another trainer probably skipped. He only has one Pokemon though. And that is Shieldon. So Shieldon is the pre-evolution of Pokemon we already faced before. Remember Bastidon we just beat at the Canalave City Gym? Yeah, this is his pre-evolution. This is one of the 2 fossil Pokemon. We already faced Cranidos. And that one you see didn't really take much. You can see here the Smart Strike wasn't that effective. That's because Shieldon, just like its evolution form Bastidon, is a dual type rock and steel. And steel types are resistant to itself, that's why. That's also why a fire move will deal more damage to a Shieldon than to Cranidos, because fire type, steel types are weak to fire, but rock types are not. Ugh, that's a downer. Shieldon, I think, is the Pokemon you can get in Pokemon Shining Pearl, and Cranidos is in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. There's a Wild Ponyta if you want to get one, even though we should have one from before. Remember, you can get it as early as before the second gym. If you go east from Eterna City, there you will have a path of grass, you can find Ponyta. It's a bit rare there, but it is possible to face it. Jesus, they're really active now. Ponyta really wants me to fight. Sorry, Ponyta, but I have a bit of a rush. I have to go to Lake Valor to save it from whatever just happened there. Hopefully, it was nothing really big, but I have a feeling something's going on. Oh, I can't even go there. It was locked behind guardrails. There we go. Oh, come on! First patch of grass and then wild Pokemon comes. Hello, Geodude. It was good to have in the start, but I don't really like using Geodude and match up in those in Let's Plays because I need to trade them to evolve them, and that's not really optimal. It's actually really bad. Hey! So, in the past, when we were here, there were 2 of these people here standing guard against Lake Valor. They're gone now, which means you can go inside. What is inside though? Let's take a look. And this looks very dry to be a lake. What's going on? Ha ha ha! Next stop, Lake Verity. The closest thing to civilization out there is that hick town Twinleaf. We can roll in there completely unopposed. Oh, what's up with this the Magikarp? It's like, can't even get to it. There we go. Magikarp weakly flopping about. Look at all this Magikarp. They're just flopping around like helplessly. What's going on? Would you like to join the Magikarp and flop around in the mud? What have they done? Have they dried the lake or something? Team Galactic Grunt wants to battle. Here comes Glameow, which is a common Pokemon. It's like even if you don't use Stunky or other poison types, they usually like to use Glameow. A bit higher level this time around, but not really to worry about. Now, while Smart Strike is a very good move, you really want to use moves that are of the same type, because Rapidash doesn't really get any bonus from using Smart Strike or Stomp, because it's not a fire, not a normal or a steel type. It is a fire type only. Paul is level 43 now, which means it is our highest level Pokemon. Here comes Krogunk. Krogunk, dual type, poison and fighting. And the best way to counter that is to have its major weakness to Psychic, to use our new Medicham. So Krogunk, very weak to Psychic. In fact, it has a 4-time weakness to Psychic. So one side we should do it. Here comes Sucker Punch. You'll always strike first if you attack first. If I don't attack, Sucker Punch will deal no damage. Psybeam will take a 1-hit KO though because it's so weak to Psychic. That's a wrap-up. Overwhelming! Yeah, you deserve that for being so rude to these Pokemon. Look at that Magikarp. Oh, I feel bad for it. Oh wow! Look at all the Magikarps! Jesus! Poor Magikarps. We set up the Galactic Bomb. Its blast force was phenomenal. Okay, this kind of confirmed then that the explosion, the earthquake, was caused by Team Galactic and they did it here at Lake Valor. But why though? I mean, we know they're up to no good, you know they're bad guy team, and you know that they really are evil, I guess you call them, but why still though? We'll find out. Let's just cheat on these Girons as we go deeper into the area. Poison Fang. Of course it's gonna poison you, like, come on, I hate it! They have so good RNG with poison. Like, the last 3 or 4 Poison Fangs I've been hit by, I've always been poisoned, even though it has like a 20% chance, I think? Or not even a 10% chance of poisoning. It's typical. Staraptor still 43. Getting pretty strong. Poison ticks. Here comes Krogunk, we will switch it again. It's very important, I would say, to switch when you have Toxic on you, because if you switch out by having Toxic and then switch in again, the poison will be considered as a regular poison instead of being a toxic poison. So, if I switch in Rapidash again, the poison takes will be regular poison instead of being the toxic, which increases its severity every turn. Let's use a Psybeam because of its 4-time weakness to Psychic. That's why I brought it in. Krogunk hates Psychic so much it's gonna faint. And that's this one. Your Pokemon attacks are with phenomenal power. I like to use overwhelming and phenomenal. These trainers, I mean these bad guys at least have some respect, I guess you would say. Let's potion up a Rapidash because we want to make sure Rapidash gets XP here. It will be very important for the upcoming upcoming gym battle, so what do you want? Are you one of those nitwits you fool into guarding the entrance? Ah, doesn't matter who you are. It's time to make a difference. Things are going to get really interesting now. All legendary Pokemon are going to be brought to our HQ in Veilstone City. Let's go inside and see what's going on though. Who's that one? Is that one of those admins? The mission is proceeding without a hitch. The boss should be pleased. Everything is for everyone and for the good of Team Galactic. Who's that? I recognize your face. You're the child who raided the Team Galactic building in Eterna City. Huh. Jupiter should be ashamed of herself being beaten by a child like that. But I think anyone that opposes Team Galactic must be crushed. Even the very thought of opposition would not be tolerated. And this is the 3rd commander of Team Galactic though. Here is Saturn. So along with Mars and Jupiter, he's the 3 commanders under Cyrus, which means that his Pokemon and power are basically the strength of a gym leader, I would say. He uses Kadabra first. Kadabra is a Psychic type Pokemon. He's generally fast and has very high special attack, but his defense is absolutely horrible. They even go first with Flame Wheel. And yeah, almost KO'd Kadabra with a non-super effective move. That just says how weak Kadabra is to physical attacks. Let's just do it again. Even the Reflect Up, which reduces physical damage by around 50%, doesn't really matter. Kadabra will go down. And Medicham 40, and it means my whole team is now in the 40s. Very nice. Next up is Bronzor. So Bronzor, dual type, steel and psychic. It has levitate, so it's immune to ground. That means you want to hit it with fire types. Fire Spin and Flame Wheel does really good here. Fire Spin also will deal better damage now because Flame Wheel will do reduced damage because of Reflect, because Payback. Payback is a dark move which decreases damage if you're taking damage the same turn. Fire Spin does some damage, which is nice. We'll do Flame Wheel now, see how much damage it'll do. Still pretty decent, but not as much as it would have wanted to be. Confuse Ray comes in, causing confusion onto Rapidash. The Fire Spin comes in, does damage, and the Bronzor is down. Level 43 on Luxray. 3 Pokemon in my 43 is now pretty good. Next up is Toxicroak. Let's switch in again. The good thing about switching out when Confusion is that Confusion has been considered as a main status effect, which means if you switch out when confused, the confusion is automatically gone. Now Toxicroak, the evolved form of Krogunk. This one is pretty strong, but just as Krogunk, it is very, very weak to Psychic. Here comes Psybeam. And 1-hit KO, because of his weakness, is so powerful. Still a very strong Pokemon though, but if you have used the Psychic weakness, it's gonna go down fast. You, my friend, are tough. I can see why you defy us so. Ah, even I, a commander, only managed to buy us time? But that's fine. A child like you will never be able to stem the flow of time. Team Galactic will get 3 legendary Pokemon of the Lakes. With their power, we will create an entirely new universe. By now, Mars should have captured the Pokemon of Lake Verity. And then, they're gone. As one says, go check out the status of Lake Verity, and we will. If you go out now, you will see that all the grunts, I mean, they are still here, but they won't do much. Still pretty sad though. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now. We met with Commander Saturn of Team Galactic. They have told us they were responsible for the earthquake. Before we can move on, we have to check out Lake Verity first, and then maybe we have to check out Lake Aquity as well, even though the Aquity is on our way to the 7th gym, so that's a good thing at least. But for now, we're gonna head back home to Twin Leaf Town, and then to Lake Verity, the place where we got our very first Pokemon. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and that's it for now. See you next time as my journey in Pokemon Shining.